Hi my honeys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm gonna be doing this cranberry eyeshadow tutorial using the Huda Nude palette. Now, I originally did a different makeup look with this palette. I did a cut crease, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys, I was not really feeling it that much. So I didn't really wanna, I filmed the video and I was editing, but honestly, like deep down in my heart, I was like, I don't know, like I really don't like it as much. So I didn't upload it and I just threw it away, and I wanted to start fresh again. And then I also thought, you know, not everybody can really do a cut crease, so I wanted to do a more of a look that you guys can honestly do at home, and you know, do it without struggling too much with a cut crease, since I feel like a lot of people do struggle with cut creases. So I wanted to do a makeup tutorial that's more wearable, that you can honestly wear for your birthday. You can wear this on a dinner night. Valentine's Day is coming up too, so you can definitely do this makeup look for Valentine's Day. I went to Sephora. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I got the Makeup Forever HD concealer. Unfortunately, it was not my color. It was way too dark, and I thought it was my color. I was wrong. I am so bad though. I am so bad at color matching myself online. That's why I always wait until they are in stores. That's where I saw this and I was like, what the heck? Like, I mean, I've seen this palette before, but I was always so skeptical on getting another Huda Beauty palette just because I've had a bad experience with one little palette. But then I thought to myself, you know what, I can't, you know, not try another palette just because one didn't work out, maybe the other one is better. And that normally happens with a lot of palettes that come from the same brand. So I thought, you know what, like when I saw this, I was just like, I have to have it. And then I swatched these like colorful, like glittery eyeshadows, and I was like, I literally have to have it. Like, I do. Palette does run for $65, which, bitch, let me tell you. I think that's still on the very pricey side when it comes to a palette. I feel like it's like, way, you know, it's almost $70. So that's why I was also a little skeptical to actually buy the palette, and I was like, well, you know what? Worst case scenario, I can always take it back. I don't want to give my final thoughts on the palette just yet. Let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial of me doing this cranberry inspired makeup look, and then I'll let you guys know my final thoughts at the end of the video. So let's go ahead and get started. So once you open up the palette, you guys, you get 18 eyeshadows, you get 10 mattes and 4 reflective shimmery shades. It has like pearl flecks in the eyeshadow, and it provides a nice duochrome finish, which when I swatched these in stores, I was like, yes, like I have to buy this palette. I just found these shades to be super, super beautiful and very creamy. And then you get one pressed pearl eyeshadow called Kinky, and you can apply this shade like as a topper to all of the other mattes that's in this palette. And then you get 2 glittery eyeshadows, which are freaking stunning and so beautiful. Then you get one concealer base. You can use this instead of your concealer. It's supposed to boost like your eyeshadow intensity, but to be honest, when I swatched it, and it's very sheer, and I don't think I would to ever use this, to be completely honest with you guys. Now let's go ahead and start with the tutorial. So taking my Morphe M441, I'm dipping into Teddy, and I will start to smoke out the outer corner and work my way towards the inner and middle of my eyes using back and forth motions. I really love this brush because it blends out the eyeshadow so well, and it just leaves it looking like it is airbrushed. So one of my favorite brushes from Morphe, of course. And so far so good, you guys, on the shade of Teddy. I find it to be very, very pretty, and it's very soft and romantic. So I am actually really liking this, and I really like the way that it's blending out so far. I am starting to notice though that I keep dipping back into the palette to grab more product. So I have a feeling that with this palette, it's gonna be more of like building the intensity. So we'll see how this video goes. But I definitely discovered that, as you guys can tell in this clip, I keep going back and forth to grab some more product. Just thought I'd throw that out there so you guys are aware. Now I'm going to go ahead and warm up the outer corner a little bit more, and I'm taking the color Raw, which is a really nice like brown taupey color. And I was a little scared. I was like, oh my god, I hope it's not patchy, but I had no issues at all. I do go in with my Morphe M433 and I do pat the color a little bit more towards the outer corner, and then I blend back and forth, and then just to blend everything together I do go back into the 441. So yeah, you guys, I'm really liking this palette so far, except for dipping back in to build up the intensity. Now I'm going to go into Spanked, and using my Morphe M433, I'm going to do the exact same thing and just tap the product towards the outer corner and then work it in towards the center and then all the way towards the inner corner. Now I thought it was going to be more pigmented than I anticipated. So what I'm doing here is just I keep tapping some product on there and I start to blend back and forth. So it's a really stunning color. I just wish it was a little bit more pigmented. Using Love Bug by Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencils, I'm going to go ahead and start to smoke out my top lash line. Since we are going to go in with like those glittery eyeshadows, it's really hard to apply liner after glitter, so I like to do this as kind of like a base. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to pick up my EB21 from Sedona Lace, and I'm going to grab Love Bite, and it's the dark plum color in the palette, and I'm going to start to smoke it out. So far, you guys, with that dark plum color, it's really hard to actually pick up a lot of product. So what I normally do is I pat the eyeshadow with a lot of product, and then I place it onto my lids and start to smoke it out. So just an FYI when it comes to Love Bite. Now for the fun part, I'm going to go into the color Fantasy, and you guys, how stunning is this color? Like, it's so gorgeous. I'm going to go into my Morphe, the 167, which is a nice flat synthetic brush. I'm going in with no water, no setting spray. Clearly, I'm picking it up from the palette, and it's just so beautiful. I absolutely love this color. I can also see myself using this for like all over my lid when I don't want to apply any eyeshadow and just let this be the main color on my lid. Like, it's just absolutely beautiful. Now I'm so excited. This is my favorite part. I absolutely love this color. It's called Infatuated, which is the nice pink glitter eyeshadow, and I'm using my finger for better application. And you guys, I felt like this eyeshadow performed really well. I was super impressed. It does remind me of the Pretty Rich palette by Too Faced. It performed exactly the same, which I was super impressed. And I normally go in with my finger because I feel like it applies a little bit better. You can definitely use a brush, but I just felt like my finger worked best. Also, make sure that there is fallout, so always do your eyes first if you're going to be using this glitter eyeshadow, and then do your base after. But yeah, I felt like it performed really well, and I am so obsessed. Next, I'm going to be picking up the color Spanked, and I'm going to go ahead and start to darken up a little bit towards the outer corner just to make it a more cleaner application, and I'm just using patting motions. Now I'm going to go in and apply mascara, and I'm going into my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This one is not waterproof. The one that is waterproof has a blue what's called packaging. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply some falsies. You can apply it whichever style you want. I like more of a fluffy and full lash. So that's exactly what I'm applying today. And then I'm going to go ahead and start to highlight my brow bone, and I'm going to be going into the color Play and Secret, and I'm going to go ahead and just blend out the edges. To warm up the lower lash line, I'm going to go into Love Bug again from Urban Decay, and I'm going to start to smoke it out. And then I'm also going to take it into my waterline, and then as well just blend the lower lash line. And then to set that, you guys, I'm going to go into my Sedona Lace, the EB21 brush, and I'm going to go into the same color called Love Bite and just blend that out. And I'm going to dip into a little bit of Spanked as well. To blend out those edges, you guys, I'm going into my Morphe, the M507, and picking up a little bit of Raw just to blend that out and really smoke it out. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and just apply some mascara towards my lower lashes, you guys, and that's pretty much it for today's tutorial using the Nude palette by Huda Beauty. I'm actually really in love how this eyeshadow turned out. I was a little skeptical. I really thought I wasn't gonna like it when I was first starting out, but once your whole face is on and you do little minute like adjustments, it really comes together. So now let's go ahead and give you guys my final thoughts on this palette. Alright guys, so you finished the eye tutorial. Now let's go ahead and start with giving you guys my final thoughts on the palette. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start off what I like about the palette and then what I don't like about the palette. So the thing that I do like about the palette is that it performed really well and I didn't have to struggle at all with these eyeshadows. I really like the way that it performed and I didn't have to struggle at all with blending all the colors together. So that's a big plus for me. And also another plus was the glittery eyeshadows, the one that is mainly on my lid. Like I was really impressed without me even using a glitter base or even using setting spray. I only used my finger and a brush and it just performed really well. The only thing though is that it does have fallout, so you always want to make sure that you're doing your eyes first and then doing your foundation so that way it doesn't get everywhere. Like I like how it has a mirror, so you can definitely take it with you. If you're going on vacation, you can create so many looks with this palette, and I feel like it's really travel friendly. You can just, you know, pop it into your makeup bag. Now the things I don't like about it is, number one, the price, $65. You know, it's kind of like saying like $70, you know, on a palette. So I find that to be very on the spendy side. And then the other thing that I also don't like is that I wish that it had like a darker eyeshadow, you know, like that's one thing about this palette is that I noticed that you have to build to get that intensity. So I'm really used to like other palettes that once you dip your brush into the eyeshadow and then you apply it, like it gives you like that pigment that you need. So that's the only thing that I wish that this palette had. But on another thing, I could definitely use this palette on brides who don't like a lot of eyeshadow, like, you know, they like more of a softer eyeshadow look rather than a very intense look. So I can definitely see myself using this palette for my brides, especially this section right here, all these colors right here, like it just screams bride to me, and this side screams quinceañera. Oh, and then also I wish it had a black, like a black eyeshadow would be so bomb in this palette too. Now I'm gonna go and give you guys some dupes too. So if you guys have the Too Faced Pretty Rich palette, with this palette you also get like the glittery eyeshadows too. You can create this look. You can actually use these colors right here, and you can create a similar makeup look to this. And so that's one of them. I think this one's like 30 something. And then the other more cheaper version, it's from Morphe, and this is only $15. This is the Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss palette, and this one also has like the cranberry colors that you can definitely also create this makeup look. The only thing is that it doesn't have like the shimmery glittery look, but you can also use loose pigment glitters for that too. Yes, you guys, either way I do recommend the palette, so if you are interested you can definitely find this at your local Sephora, even on shophudabeauty.com, and Ulta does not carry Huda, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they do, but Sephora definitely does. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Hope that you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Also, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button so that way you are a part of my family. And also, right, hit the notification bell so that they get notified every time I upload a new video, right? See or no? So yeah, you guys, hit that notification bell because every time that I do upload, you get notified immediately when it does go up. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this video today, and I'll see you guys all in my next one. Besos. Bye. You wanna give him a kiss? Say bye, Chanel. Say bye.